What is up, everybody? It's Reverse here today, and we have to talk about the controversy that is going on between Sony's newest exclusive, Astrobot. Some people are saying it's game of the year. People are giving it high praise, high scores, saying this is the game that just changed their lives, apparently. I think it's really over-exaggerated, to be honest, but Ben Studio and other plethora of different PlayStation studios have been giving props to Team Asobi on their newest release, getting high scores. And one of the studios mentioned is Ben Studio, the people who made Days Gone. Because Astrobot is apparently this robot just copies other PlayStation characters. That's his whole gimmick. And other PlayStation memorabilia. That's the whole gimmick with Astrobot. He's not his own character, but he copies other characters. That's what I'm getting so far from the screenshots I've been seeing so far. So you're going to see all PlayStation IPs, all their characters. Some people are calling it a PlayStation cemetery because all their dead IPs get reimagined as little robot Astrobot characters, apparently. So, but the point of this video is Ben Studio says his job is beach. Big congrats to our friends at Team Asobi on the launch of Astrobot, as they're using the character of Deacon from Days Gone. The creator of Days Gone has chimed in. John Garvin. Kinda sad that Deke has been reduced to promoting other games. Well done, Ben Studio. Way to protect your legacy. A big hint of sarcasm at the very end right there. He's not too fond of his character that he created, a very serious character, being reduced to this kitty-like form, this cartoon form. I can feel his pain because I remember when I was a kid slash teenager when they had a show called Teen Titans. One of my favorite shows of my teenage kids out the teenage years. And then they made another reimagining of that show called Teen Titans Go, maybe like a decade later. And it was aimed for little kids. And it's like, I'm like, bro, how did you ruin this legacy of these superhero characters? It made them like do stupid fart and toilet humor jokes. It's like, really? So I kind of feel the same thing right here. And the same notion with like the Fortniteifying, if that's even a word, of these characters. We see very serious characters doing these ridiculous dances in Fortnite, whether it be Kratos, whether it be Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. These very serious, stoic characters, you see them do these ridiculous dances. Or even when Sony, like this period of time, they started making their characters do like these weird gifts, so they start dancing around. Kind of like you kind of ruin their legacy. So I can see why he's annoyed by this thing right here. You seeing this character that you created and now just being reduced to being an Astrobot, really? It was a big slap in the face because you put his character in this game right here, in this new game right here, Astrobot, but you couldn't greenlight his sequel for Days Gone 2, but you gave it to Last of Us Part 2. So I can see why he's pissed off about this. But the loyal Sony fanboys had they had to go against him. Oh, because how dare you criticize Sony? They don't like him because he left on I guess like a burnt bridge with Sony. They left not on good graces because he was really pissed. He was really pissed they didn't give him a Days Gone 2, which they really should have did a Days Gone 2. Sony did this guy a major disservice. I don't care who disagrees. Days Gone it had flaws, but it still was a great game. I would say it was a great game. A sequel would have been a lot better, but they did him dirty over there at Sony. The fact that they greenlit a Last of Us remaster, really, instead of doing a sequel, that's just ridiculous. But yeah, that $200 million Concord flop, which you okayed that, but you didn't greenlight the sequel, don't make any sense. But because he dared to say anything against Sony, like, why are you using my character in this this glorified PlayStation cemetery right here with cute robot characters? The Sony fanboy Legion chimed in. They had to say he's just bitter, he's salty. I was like, no, this guy has a valid point. But let's read some of these Sony fanboy comments. Come on, dude, it's a celebration of the brand's legacy, and Days Gone is a big part of that brand. He don't want his legacy to be part of this. Why is that so hard to understand? This is what people are doing in Days Gone. slapping characters. You put a costume with a different PlayStation IP, and you go around slapping other characters. Like, this is Kazuya from Tekken. Kazuya from Tekken is a very serious character too, but you know, in this game, they got him as a robot being slapped, and he gets angry and starts doing all his signature moves. I'm not really feeling this. I'm not really feeling that. Like, it's just like, hey, we see other popular characters from different IPs. It's not Astrobot who's the cool guy. It's the other characters who are the cool characters that you play from different games. I don't know, but people saying this is game of the year. I'll leave it as that. What can I say? I'm not gonna argue with that. People saying this is game of the year. Good for you. This guy says, no, that's a Sony low blow. Days Gone and Deacon are part of Astrobot 30th anniversary PlayStation celebration. Other iconic characters like Sweet Tooth didn't even make the cut. He still doesn't like it. He doesn't like his character being down. Calm down, my brother. It's not because Sony doesn't have the prestige of producing Days Gone 2 that you need to be harsh with the entire studio like that. You were the creative director of the game. You brought this character to life. Don't keep that magic stored away. What? That's the reason for Sony, like, making all these characters, all these other PlayStation characters into stupid robots. For that so-called nostalgia. Okay. Kratos also is on the game, so is Drake. I guess those have been reduced. Alright, definitely in full defense for us here. You missed the point. John, we love your game, we love a sequel, but don't be a Jaffe. I love how David Jaffe just took a stray. David Jaffe didn't even talk about this, but okay, he took a stray randomly. Sorry, man, but every time you post something like this, you lose a bit of respect for me. I'm pretty sure he cares about your respect. I respected you and loved Days Gone with all my heart. I was mad for what happened with the sequel, but being harsh about every move the studio makes, this is a little bit too much. Let it go and grow up. Oh, because all these different companies, they just took... This is like the equivalent of like the Fortnite thing once again. These other companies took Epic's money for Fortnite to make their serious characters in that game, and they do the stupid dances. It's like, how you got these iconic characters, these very stoic characters, and they're doing these ridiculous dances. Like, because they were ruining the character's legacy just because of some epic check. Really? People are just gonna say it's a video game, but I mean, I don't know. It just seems like that's kind of like what the creator is saying. Like, it's just very just like you're just destroying that character pretty much. You're destroying that legacy. You know that every PlayStation studio is doing this for literally every PlayStation studio release. You really did become a crybaby. Oh man, because he dares speak against PlayStation. Look how fast they turned on this guy. Look at this guy. What a miserable loser. Salty much? Shut up, buddy. From a creator of a PlayStation studio. Because he left and had a burn bridge with Sony, you guys turned on him like that? Oh man. The Sony Defense Force right before our very eyes. It was like they would defend Sony for free at all costs. There is no reason for negativity towards Team Asobi and Astro. Both Astro and Days Gone have their merits and great games. It don't matter if Astrobot has a great game. You don't want his IP a part of that. I don't see why that's so hard to understand. It's like the equivalent. I know it's a big stretch, but it's kind of like when people use celebrities after they die and they use them from different like movies or music videos or TV shows or whatever. I was like, the celebrity is long dead and gone. It's like, why are you using their image for something that's they have no consent to be a part of? Kind of like this. It's like you use his character for this nonsense. He doesn't like it, and you're still gonna use it anyway. It just seems very dirty. Scumbagish. Womp womp womp, buddy. How you think I feel? Once again, it's speaking to the creator of Days Gone like this. Kind of crazy. Get over yourself. Ben is doing just fine without you. Thumbs up. The creator of this game. Wow. That is some messed up stuff right there. Now, it was some more back and forth. He was going back and forth with a few people. I'm trying to see those comments. Let me see. Because he was definitely going at it with a few people. And I actually side with this guy. I think this guy was definitely wronged. I can't find those comments right now. Let me pause it. Let me see if I can find those comments. Found the comments. Here we go. Ha ha, I see my character has been reduced to a cartoon shield promoting some small game and I'm being a bit harsh. Sit down, my brother. The adults are talking right now. God. This got 491 plot. This, bro. I can spend like an hour talking. I can spend like an hour, but I'm not gonna do that. I kind of want to spend like an hour talking about these different comments because this is getting spicy. Holy, jeez! I got 491 replies right there. Exactly. I don't know Astrobot, and I wish them well, but not at the expense of Days Gone. Come at me when you spent 6 years of your life creating and writing a character and world. Until then, well, like I said, you do you. Pretty much tell him to go F himself. It's like the nice way to tell him to go F himself. But okay. Sorry, dude. What have you created again? I forgot. You ain't created you ain't creating nothing, so why are you speaking about people stuff that he created? Oh man. You know, he trying to be real spicy but kind of keep it like PG-13 at the same time too. Cause you know you really want to curse this dude out. But he's being nice about it. Which is hilarious. Oh man. The video game industry is really funny. It is hilarious. And I don't blame this guy for being angry about this. Once again, I don't like that you're using this dude's character and to promote this kiddie robot game. Like this Fisher-Price robot game. Like really? You're making his legacy, just the legacy of that character be turned to dirt, garbage at that point. Like really. But you know. I'm curious what people said about this. This will be the last one and I'm done. This person says, Jesus Christ, your insecurity is showing a game designed to celebrate PlayStation's atrocity. You're upset that your character, along with other iconic protagonists, got a cameo. The lights are on in your head, but nobody's home. Oh, man. Look how harsh they're talking to the Days Gone creator. Really? These so-called Sony fans. I guess you're not a fan. I guess you're not a fan of the guy once he turns on Sony. I guess it's like once they turn on Sony, it's like we gotta have all the fangs, the swords pointing at that guy now. Oh man, can't criticize Sony whatsoever. I mean this with no malice, but you aren't seeing the bigger picture. Astrobot is on his way to become one of Sony's most iconic games. That is a celebration of Sony games. Wasn't that what the other one, Sackboy, before they gave him the sack? What happened to Sackboy? I thought he was supposed to be he was a pre Astrobot character that they gave him the boot, I guess. Having your character in the game is something everyone wanted. Well, obviously the creator of Days Gone didn't want this because he's complaining about it, so not everybody wanted it. You are an awful person, and Ben Studio is better off without you. Where does he even get this from? You didn't create a masterpiece. You created a mediocre, open world, repetitive piece of garbage. Astro is a much better game than Days Gone will ever be. Me as an adult, I would rather play Days Gone over Astrobot. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the fact that so many I'm not trying to push that narrative again, but it's like it's just crazy to me how once again a game like this would be considered a kiddie game on Nintendo if it was a Nintendo platform, but because it's PlayStation, you know, game of the year, this is like nostalgia, this is the most amazing thing ever, you feel like a kid again, all these crazy comments, you know. But if it was Nintendo, he'd be like his kiddie, but PlayStation fans are the biggest hypocrites on earth. What an effing loser. How can you be unhappy your game got representation in a game all about repping legendary PlayStation titles. Maybe because they wanted to represent his character, but didn't give his game a sequel. I'd be kind of pissed off too, to be honest. Like, don't use my character, give my game a sequel. Don't use my character at that point. Like, I understand why he's mad about this. Yeah, this video's 50. I'm gonna end it right here. This video's way too long, but I can go on. This is so fascinating to me. This dude is pissed, rightfully so. I get this guy's point of view right here. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Yeah, everybody's not happy about Astrobot, and especially their character being used in this game right here. So I'm gonna conclude it right here. Definitely want to see your thought down below about this controversy right here. Leave a like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.